Hello, I guess. Hey, I'm not sure if this video is gonna be uploaded because um I'm pretty unprepared. Like I just woke up from a I don't actually know if I woke up or not. Because I don't actually know if I went to bed. Like I just look like ass right now, like I look terrible. I don't know if I went to bed or if I was laying in bed for like 2 hours and just thinking. Coming down from high at the moment, so I'm just kind of tired. But I also just ate like a ton of blueberries, like way too many. Not just blueberries, I ate quite a lot of food. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you get hungry and you eat a lot, and that's okay. And you should forgive yourself for that. Something about the lighting is making my skin look really greasy. Um, it's not. Sorry, are my eyes kind of fucked? Nah. I did a good job with my eye makeup today. If you want proof that I ate blueberries, you can tell by my lips, kinda. See, they're a bit foggy, or that. That's a blue tongue. I'm not sure how well the camera picks up on it, but the tongue is in fact blue. Currently, this video this video is going to be a yapping session. If anybody is new to this channel, this is your first time here or something. My name is Melanie, and in this channel I often just, what we do here is we just talk, usually not about a specific subject. Sometimes it's about a specific subject. But usually I just come on here and I just talk and talk and talk, and whatever comes out, comes out. There are some things, though, that in specific, that I like talking about more than other things. For example, music I can talk about for a very long time because I'm really into music. I can also talk about food for a long time. Um, Not because I eat a lot of food, honestly. I'm not the biggest foodie, but I like talking about things where people have really strong opinions on things. For some reason, food is one of those things that people have an insanely strong opinion on. Same with music. People are very defensive about their opinions on music. I just think it's kind of funny when people get so defensive about food because a different opinion doesn't really mean anything. Things like I can say, I don't like having condiments on my hot dog, and somebody will just freak the fuck out for hours, and I find that to be hilarious. So that's why I like talking about food so much. I could genuinely talk about food for like 2 hours straight. Um, because I have so many opinions about food, so many favorite foods, so many not favorite foods. Do I look scary right now? Like I feel like I look quite frightening in this lightning. Not lightning, sorry, in this lighting. The lights are off right now, and the only lighting is from the TV glare. Uh, pardon me. Another thing I like talking a lot about is my experiences at primary school and secondary school. I was thinking about making a video where I just talk about some stories from when I was in public schooling. Is that's a kind of an eventful time of your life, and it's probably the most eventful time of my life since the last 7 years or so. Have been not 7 years, more like 5 years. These last 5 years, I've just been indoors and not doing anything. Like genuinely, there has been not like one notable thing I can talk about that happened in the last 5 years. Nothing that's too interesting. Things have started to get more interesting now though, like I'm going to concerts, I'm meeting up with people, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna check my phone for a second now. No, I said I wouldn't do that, but I need to. You can't really make me do anything. I'm really tired right now. Like, I'm really tired, but I thought there are some people out there who are tired too, and I think that in this video we can bond over our tiredness and stuff like that. This is a Foxtails t-shirt that I'm wearing. It's one of my favorite t-shirts. It's also one of the like biggest fitting ones on me. It's like the baggiest one I have. So in this weather, it's kind of hot. This is the shirt that I've been wearing the most. You know, everything else is kind of more tight fitted. Um, also, I just love Foxtails like quite a lot. They're one of my favorite bands out there right now. I'm excited for their new album. They released a little EP today of 2 songs, and I thought it was really good. Who you know he's there. He's in my lap. This is Jolly Boy. He's my favorite little plushie. And I think a lot of parents are scared to say that who their favorite plushie is. But I have good reasoning for why this boy is so important in my life. Um, compared to the other plushies. Not that I don't love the other plushies. It's just Jolly. I got I've probably talked about this already. Jolly, I got at quite a rough time in my life when I didn't really have any friends, any like family or anything. So I just had Jolly. I got him because I was quite lonely. So he was with me through those times, and in that time I've grown a very strong connection with the boy. Yeah, I love him lots, and I can't sleep without him, and I can't live without him. So I do have some stuff that I want to talk about, which is tomorrow. Wait, what day is tomorrow? Friday. Okay, so tomorrow I'm gonna be going to. No, I got it wrong. So tomorrow I'm not gonna do anything. I'm probably just gonna like go for a walk. Um, try eat a bit less because I ate so much food today, and it does feel a bit shitty. I do feel a bit upset at myself when that happens, but yeah, it happens, and we shouldn't be too harsh on ourselves. Probably gonna go for a nice little walk by the lake. Probably gonna maybe go shopping, something. Just pick up like stock up on groceries, stuff like that. Um, and then say a nice peaceful day tomorrow. But then on Saturday, no, on Sunday, I mean, I'm not gonna give too many details because I'm scared that they're like. That's the thing with these videos is because I'm speaking on the internet. This can really just get to anyone. Like anyone can really see this video. Any kind of person can see this video. So a really like weird person could be watching this, so I don't want to give too many details. But on Sunday I'm gonna be going to somewhere in London and I'm gonna be meeting up with my girlfriend again. I'm gonna be seeing her. And then we're gonna stay there for a bit, not very long at all. I'll be staying there for 1 night, no, 2 nights maybe. So I'll get there on Sunday, meet her at quite a late time, go back to the hotel, sleep, wake up in the morning, and then we'll have a whole day together. And we can just do stuff in London. We don't have any plans really on what we want to do. I'm also not really sure on who's going to be there. Apparently, her friend was going to be there, but I haven't really heard anything about that recently. So I'm probably going to be meeting her friend for the first time, which I'm a bit nervous about, to be honest, because I'm not the most social person at all. And when it comes to meeting new people, I do get quite nervous. Like meeting her family for the first time was quite difficult for me because I'm just quite awkward, I don't really know what to say, and I'm scared about leaving her. Oh, why does my hair look so terrible? Oh yeah, because I slept, I forgot. It looks like this after I wake up. Well, again, I don't know if I was waking up, but it's the same thing because I was lying in bed. Um, but I kind of worry about making a good first impression. I don't, because if they are gonna be there, then I'm gonna be staying with them for like an entire day, and I don't really want to be annoying to them because they'll have to put up with me for the whole day. I'm gonna be has my girlfriend's sister's gonna be there too. I don't really like her that much. I honestly don't mind her. I thought she was quite nice because I met her this one time when I was staying at her house, and I thought she was quite nice then. But after I left, she texted when she was talking to my girlfriend about how she didn't like how I was, and she thought that I was like leaving the bathroom in a mess, and she thought I was like leaving too much plates out or something, even though I didn't leave any dishes out and I didn't like piss on the toilet seat once or anything like that. I kept it very clean. I was very conscious about not being a bad person there and cleaning up after everything. But I got told apparently that she said all of that and she thought all of that and she only talked about it after I left and she didn't think about like talking to me about it while I was there. She just waited to complain about me until I left, and I thought that was kind of rude because if she did have a problem with me, if she told me about that stuff while I was there, then I could have just changed it. I don't think I was a problem, but if she told me, we could have worked through it. If she decides to kind of just hold like a grudge or something. But I'm gonna be seeing her again. I hope she's okay with me being there. I don't know if I'll like confront her about the kind of things she said, but I do think that it might be a bit awkward seeing her again. She's only like 15, so it's not really the biggest deal because she's kind of young and young people, who cares about people that are that young? I'm kidding, guys. I'm really young too. I'm not much older than 15. Um, but uh, it feels a lot younger than it really is being 15 or the idea of being 15. Even though they're probably like they're probably like the same maturity as me, it just feels like they're a lot younger than they really are. Actually, no, they are still quite young because I'm late 17. I'm turning 18 quite soon. So 15 is more like 3 years younger than me than 2 years younger than me. All out of estrogen. I need to take a sip of water, guys. Little water break. Everybody watching take a sip of water right now. Oh god. I mean, I want like a cold drink right now, like a nice cold drink that really helped me. I'm not really feeling water right now. It's just not the vibe. You know what I mean? Uh, did anything interesting happen today? I've talked about my day already, right? I guess not. I just went for like a walk. I made scrambled tofu, which is essentially when you get tofu and then you just squish it all up until it looks like scrambled eggs, and then you cook it like scrambled eggs. So then you get scrambled tofu. But I didn't just add like salt and pepper because I'm not lame like that. I added quite a lot of seasoning to this bad boy, and damn, it tasted pretty good. But it wasn't that much food. But I did fill up myself just now, so I did eat enough, I think. Another thing. I talk about how I just ate like a lot, but I really probably ate like, the amount the average human eats every day. It was just because it was in kind of a short succession, makes it feel a bit worse than it really is. But I hope that doesn't make sleeping too bad, because I don't want to lay down and get like, acid reflux or anything. What for my phone? I need my phone. I'm a white girl. Like, where's my phone at? Okay, there it is. Oh, these people, they're just so nice to me. These people in this Discord server. I said, like, I'm sad and just didn't elaborate, and they're like, we're here for you, kind of shit. Um, which maybe I am a bit sad at the moment. Maybe I shouldn't be making one of these videos. Because, I know that you guys, you just you love my positive outlook on everything, but I get sad. Of course I get sad. You'll get sad. I think it's important to be transparent with people about a lot of things, and these kind of videos, especially where it's just I sit down, I talk about how I feel and stuff like that. I think it's important to have some times like this where maybe I'm not too high energy, maybe I'm not too happy, but I make these videos because they help me with that stuff. I don't talk to many people. I have been recently, just in the Discord and stuff, but I don't know if it's something I want to get too in detail about, but I was very on my own for a very, very, very long time. And, yeah, why is my hair so, like, uneven right now? Oh yeah, I slapped him right. Oh my god, how did I keep forgetting that? So for a very, very long time, I didn't really talk to anyone or anyone new. I had a one friend that I talked to and kind of relied on to an extent, and I was too scared to meet anyone new or talk to anyone new. Um, and it wasn't that long ago that my life was in that state. It was not at its worst, but it was still in that area when I made this channel at the start. So when I made this channel, I was only talking to a few people really, and things like VCing, I wasn't really doing. I was kind of just texting people. So getting my words out was really rare. That just never really happened. So that was kind of the reason I made the channel, because I wasn't talking to anyone, and it was kind of driving me a bit insane not talking to anyone. How's my tongue looking? Very blueberry still, yeah. That's proof that I eat blueberries there. Because I tell everyone like I eat a lot of blueberries, and I think they might not even believe me, but my tongue's blue. Like what else is making it blue? You know. Um. So yeah, I made this channel because I wasn't really talking to anyone. I was going insane, but it did help a bit making it and talking because I am. It's in my ability to talk and yap. I didn't do it because I didn't have any friends, but I've always had the ability to just yap for hours and hours and hours. Sometimes I'll go downstairs and talk to my mum. By the way, I have a pretty good relationship with my mother. Uh, I'm I'm not too close with her, but I am like I mean out of the rest of my family. I might say going too close to the camera. My cheeks look super puffy right now. Oh, right, I just hate myself. Um, so I was talking. Sometimes when I talk to my mum, and I have a really good relationship with my mum. Well, not really good. I know people that are a lot closer with their parents. She's more just like a pretty nice. I think sometimes she's more of like a friend than she is a parent. Not to be mean to her, but she's not the most strict, enforcing parent. You know, it's more she's there for me and she'll be there to talk to me. So when I was feeling really lonely, sometimes I would go downstairs and I just talk to my mum. And sometimes I find myself talking to her for like 6 hours sometimes. And sometimes, honestly, not much anymore. I don't really know what happened. I think maybe she just started to like me more. Um, but I used to kind of find times in our conversations where I'd be talking a bunch and then I'd realize that she just wasn't really listening. And I'd repeat the thing I said and, I'd ask her to like elaborate on it and she'd just be like, yeah, 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 yeah. She clearly wasn't listening to it. And when that happened, I thought that was quite hurtful. Looking back on it now, I was talking for hours. Of course she's gonna get tired. But it's not like she was ever like, that's the kind of thing that I don't like about some people is I think transparency is quite important in a relationship, any relationship, friendship, that kind of thing. Because so when I was talking to my mum and she'd get irritated, she wouldn't tell me like, "Hey, I'm getting tired. Can you like leave me alone for a bit?" She would just deal with it and let me talk when she didn't even care about what I was saying. So I would have much rather her just said, go away, you're being annoying. But instead, she would and other people do the same thing and they leave it up to your own judgment of whether, do they like you or do they not. I think if you don't like somebody, it's important to make it kind of clear with the person early on instead of leading them on and maybe not intentionally, but letting them get closer to you and then having them find out that they don't like you. It can be a bit hurtful. I don't know how what the flow of what I'm talking about is like right now. I feel like I'm just jumping from subject to subject. I really don't really know what's happening right now. I'm kind of just talking, and I might regret saying all of this. But that's kind of the fun of these videos is being as open as I can be. Um, what else have I been thinking about? I've been thinking about a lot of things. There's a lot of things in life right now that I'm really upset about. Um, I most of them I think are genuinely a bit too personal to get into, but I will talk about how I heard some steps, these thin walls in the other house. Also, tell me what you think about this like setup. Because usually I'll do it at my desk, but I feel like I'm doing this in my bed right now. See, it's my bed. Um, I'm doing this in my bed right now, and I feel like it's more comfy, more personal. I feel like I can talk for a bit longer in here. But if you prefer the other like backdrop, I don't even know if people really watch these like with their eyes. I think a lot of people just listen to these. It's not like anything's really happening in the video, so I kind of get why people would just listen to it. But I feel like this would be a bit nicer because you don't get to see this like ugly wallpaper like that. Snorlax in timeout right now, as you can see. But yeah, this wallpaper. I just hate the look of it so much. I feel like it'd be better if I was doing this from an angle where you just couldn't see it. Um, so yeah, tell me what you think about that. So I'm quite sad about a lot of things. Yeah, I'm very open about it. I'm okay with talking about how I feel and all of that. Some of the stuff that I'm sad about, obviously I don't want to talk about because so not as many people see these videos anymore, but it's the same people that see these videos now, which I kind of prefer like a lot more because I would upload a video and it would get like 2,000 views and it would be 2,000 new viewers and maybe like 50 people that had seen another video. And 2,000 new people on every single video was really scary to me because a lot of it isn't people that wanted to see the footage that I was making. A lot of it was just they saw this kind of weird looking girl on there recommended and they're like, what is that? And they click it and maybe they happen to not be into that content, maybe they happen to be transphobic and it's not like I blame them for not liking the content because it's very low effort content in with all due respect. And it's not like they asked to see it. So I'm not angry at the people for not liking that stuff, but a lot of the time they did leave a kind of hateful comment. And near the start, that made making these videos pretty difficult, and you can probably tell in like the upload schedule I was taking like longer breaks between videos than I usually would because I just didn't want that many people to be. I didn't want that big of like a net being cast on like people every single time I made a video. So what we have now is so I have like 800 subscribers, I think. Yeah, and not all of them watch every single video, but there's a good like 50 people. Um, there's a good like 50 people out of the 800 who watch all of the new videos and they leave nice comments and maybe they're in my Discord and they talk to me. And I think that's really nice because I can make these videos knowing that there is going to be 50 people who will watch it and there's going to be 50 people who won't be hateful towards me. Because sometimes I get messages, not as many anymore, because that big net isn't being cast on people anymore. I'm not getting pushed out to as many people as recommended. But I've gotten quite a lot of messages on Twitter or Discord just saying, hey, I really love your videos, or there was one person who commented about someone in their family having passed away, and they said that my videos, kind of distracted them a bit. I didn't know if that was a real comment or not, because I was scared, like, oh, maybe this comment was on everyone's post, but it did seem quite genuine. Um, that wasn't the only kind of message I got. Obviously, I don't get many messages saying that somebody's family member passed away. But I do get lots just saying, "Hey, these videos are really comforting," or maybe they're good background noise, which is honestly my favorite compliment that I get from these videos, because that's kind of how I treat these things to be watched, is just as background noise. Don't pay attention to it because it's not like I'm saying anything important, so you don't have to pay attention. This is a background noise kind of thing. That's my favorite kind of compliment. But I get lots of those messages. I used to get maybe like 5 every day, and I thought that was insane to me. How there are people that actually watch this shit. It did get a bit overwhelming, but it's at a nice, really comfy spot right now where I feel like I can just make these videos every single time I feel like it and not have to worry about getting a negative reception, things like that. Jolly is really like, okay, Jolly is one of the most important things in my life. And I mean that with complete generosity or genuineness. There's not much in the world that I love more than Jolly. I don't want to start comparing things like, oh, do you love Jolly more than your parents? Because I think that's kind of a lame thing to do. I always thought one of my least favorite questions is, who do you love more, your mum or your dad? In my case, my mum, just because my dad isn't really here. Not like he's dead. He's just not very around, and he was always a bit mean to me. And I have a few problems with him. And my mum is quite nice to me, and she's around a lot, and she feels more like a parent. So that's an easy answer for me. But when I was younger and I was seeing them both, and it was just kind of drilled into my head like I love my parents, like not even for any reason. It was just like I just loved them. And I didn't have to justify those feelings. Um, yeah, that was a terrible question because it made me feel like I was betraying one of my parents if I gave any answer. And I genuinely just didn't have an answer at the time. Like, I did just love my parents equally. So that was a pretty bad question. That's also why I don't like when people tell me, what's your favorite? Really anything. And I do like, I love those questions, okay? Me, personally, I love what's your favorite questions. If you ever, like, talk to me, you can talk to me in my Discord or something if you want. Not to plug that, because I don't really get I don't really understand plugging the Discord thing because I don't get anything from it. If there's 400 members, 500 members, million members in my Discord server, I'm not making any money from it. I'm not getting any like exposure, like social media exposure. I'm just getting more people to talk to. So that's why I plug it, is because I just want to meet more people. I have met a lot of people, and it's really nice to just have the ability to text someone now when I'm feeling lonely. Was I talking about something? What was the subject? How did I get to Discord? I was talking about plugging stuff, was I? Oh, goodness me, I think I've forgotten. Oh yeah, talking about your favorite questions. Yeah, I love them. And if you ever meet me, I think it's not a bad idea to ask me those questions. As long as you do not ask me what my favorite music genre is. That is one of my least favorite questions ever. That, along with what kind of music do you just listen to, one of my least favorite questions in the whole of human history. There is not really a worse question than that, because how do you answer that? How does any sane, normal person answer that? Okay, so if you're somebody who only listens to hip hop, you go, my favorite genre, hip hop. Easy. But that's a small fraction of people. The majority of people do not just exclusively listen to one genre, and a lot of people just do not know what genre they listen to. So somebody who just listens to like Taylor Swift or something, and you ask them what their favorite genre is, there's a good chance they don't really know what the answer to that question is, because Taylor Swift is pop. But what if they're like, what if they're more like folklore, where that's like not entirely pop, even though it is? They might not know the answer to that question, because not everybody knows what genres are, because genres can be quite difficult to understand sometimes. There's a lot of bullshit genre names, there's a lot of bullshit genre definitions. So uh, I really don't want to end this video. I feel like I kind of need to do something like this right now. Is it possible I can like lay back? Because I already have a pillow here. Can I get Allison? Do you guys know who Allison is? It's the shark. She's very squishy, and she also doesn't like mind a bit of pressure on her, so I can kind of use her like a pillow in a way. Can I set this like? Can I put my legs underneath? Get kind of goofy and cover up the webcam. This is quite nice, right? Be comfy, guys. Be comfy. Okay, so this YouTube channel I made, and I've talked about this a lot, like a lot, very open about this. I was very socially anxious, but recently I've been able to get out of my shell. And I do kind of want to make a video talking about just my whole journey with that, with like becoming, getting more out there in public, how I managed to do it. Because there's not any good advice on it online. There is no good advice. No advice will help you. Because things with social anxiety, the only thing that people can say, and the only thing that people really will say, is just do it. Just go out there. Like, just go out there and, like, go in the world. Like, why don't you just do it? Obviously, somebody who has struggled with that stuff probably wouldn't tell you that. But most people, they just don't understand how it feels. And even as somebody who got better and dealt with that for a long time, still the only really way that I found it was difficult for me because I don't know how I did it. I was just like, it's okay, I was in the state for a good like 5 years minimum. I was in this like staying in my room all day, too scared to go outside, too scared of people to do anything. And one day over time, it just became so, like soul crushing. Just every day waking up and being like, oh, I don't have anybody to talk to. I'm not gonna go outside. I'm gonna stay inside and just wish I could go outside all day. And then, over time, that just like, it just crushed me more and more. And I just physically couldn't do that anymore. And I just stopped caring. And that is the worst advice I could give anyone. Telling anybody that story is going to demotivate them so much because it's basically what I'm telling people is I never got better. I just one day after 5 years of living like that, it eventually stops. And the worst thing I can tell people is, oh, just wait and grow out of it. Do not tell people to grow out of it because that's not how it works. But in my case, not that I grew out of it because I was quite old. I was still 17 when I was dealing with this stuff. You know, but I really wish I could help people with that, and it makes me kind of sad how I can't. Because I was hoping one day that I'd find out a way to get out of that life and then help other people with it too. I was hoping maybe I could be some kind of therapist. Um, but I don't understand it still. All of these problems I have had and I've recovered from, I still don't have the answer to. I hope that this isn't too personal. I don't think what I'm talking about is personal, so I'm probably just gonna upload it anyway. How much longer should I go for? We're at 37 minutes. I don't know. I've been looking at lots of pairs of shoes recently, and the pairs of shoes that I'm most interested in are very expensive. I really like some pairs of Rick Owens shoes, like the Dark Shadow line. I think it's really cool, but wow, is it expensive? I can't afford it. It's about like £700 a pair for the ones I want, so I was looking into getting like replicas. And I'm not really scared to wear replicas because I won't pass them off as being real. If somebody asks me if they're reps, I just tell them, yeah, they're reps. Because paying that much for shoes is a bit ridiculous anyway. What if I tie my hair up? How do I do that? How do I tie my hair up and like keep it looking like nice? It's not possible, is it? Oh, my throat is so dry. Water break. Everybody take a sip of your favorite water. I feel like I don't drink enough water. I used to drink a lot of water, and my dad thought it was a problem. Guy, he just overreacts everything so much, that dude. But he was telling me how, how people like die from drinking too much water. I was like, yeah, like fucking people die from drinking like 4 liters in like 5 minutes. I was drinking like so these little bottles here. These are 500 milliliters. You're supposed to drink about 2,000. I was drinking maybe 7 of these or something. So I was only like I was drinking like 3,000 of these water a day, and it was in the summer too. So like I don't really get why that was a issue because it wasn't that much more. But obviously drinking like 4 liters a day isn't gonna kill me. Um, I'm pretty sure the dangers of drinking too much water comes from just doing it too quickly. Because our bodies, man, we're all water, so how can like drinking a bit more kill us? Do I look stoned right now? Because I'm not really high. I mean, maybe a tiny bit, but just I'm wearing off, tired kind of thing. Yeah, tomorrow, yeah, I kind of want to do something. some plans tomorrow. I'm really not sure. Things like video games I don't really play anymore. If you're wondering what my days are like, they're not much different to how they used to be a year ago, which is really sad to me. Because my days a year ago, it was without exaggeration here. I would wake up, go on my phone, and like watch TikTok, and then go back to bed, and then wake up the next day. And the entire day I'd be thinking about when's the day gonna end? When can I just get this done with and start the new day? Like when can I go to bed? That was the thing that I looked forward to. That was my motivation every single day. Was that at the end of the day, I'm gonna be able to sleep and enjoy the feeling of I finished everything and it's all over. My days are a bit better than that. I'll just say that. I wake up around anywhere from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., which is okay considering I don't work, so I can kind of do that. So I just go to bed a bit later. Like at the moment, it's 12:30 a.m. I'm not worried about having to wake up late or anything like that. So I'll wake up around that time, and then usually the first thing I do is I just go on my phone for like 30 minutes, just try to wake myself up with the artificial blue light, you know. And then once I'm a little bit more woken up from that, I'll put my headphones on, I'll put on some music, get out of bed, and at the moment, I repeat a lot of things in these videos, and just please bear with me because even though I'm repeating it, it's important to mention it about what I'm saying. Um, and I can't just keep talking like it's like somebody new and watch this. You know, I can confidently say that someone new is going to watch this because we're 42 minutes deep, and no stranger is going to watch me for 42 minutes. Let's be real. So I get out of bed, and obviously there's construction going on in my house. So there's these two workers that are constantly walking around the place, constantly going up and down stairs. So I can't really live as freely as I'd want to. If they didn't exist, then I would probably wake up a little bit earlier, just so I can, just get myself ready and stuff like that. But they wake me up, and I don't mind being woken up at the time you come around. It's usually not too early. Sorry. It's usually around 8 a.m. that they'll come around and then wake me up. Sometimes around 12, even they come at different times. But it's not the time that annoys me. It's just how I get woken up because it's just like then I get annoyed and then I can't go back to sleep. Then that's my schedule interrupted. But anyway, so I wake up around 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Put my headphones on, go downstairs, make a cup of coffee. So my coffees have evolved very slightly recently. For about 5 years straight, I drank black coffee. Not because I do like black coffee. And obviously one of the reasons I drank so much of it is just because it's pretty good for you. Like, it's basically just water, so you can drink as much of it as you possibly could want. And it's got caffeine in it, so it wakes you up a little bit. Uh, but it's more of a routine thing, and it gives my life structure more than it is I gotta drink this so I can get energy in the morning. If I didn't drink my coffee in the morning, then it'd be the exact same. It's more of just I wake up and then I have a reason to get out of bed. Those tiny things, if you don't really have like any reason to do anything, tiny things like setting those little goals for yourself, like, oh, I'll get up and make coffee in the morning. Things like that can help a lot. I just got a message on Discord. Who's it from, guys? Am I gonna say who it's from? Yeah, from a girl. I don't know how to respond to this message. I think I'm just gonna not respond. Let's go catch up with everything that's been said. Not many messages. Okay. So yeah, I recommend setting small little things like that, and that's kind of a common thing that people tell you. And I'll give a slightly different way of phrasing that advice. Maybe don't see it as goals. I think setting mini goals throughout the day can lead to some kind of disappointment because you're probably not going to do it for the first few days. If you set yourself making coffee in the morning as a goal, I'd be a lot more willing to put it off, and it because it'll feel more like a chore, I think, in the moment. These little things have to be something that you get a remote amount of pleasure from, just a tiny bit. Like, I do get a little bit of joy every single time I drink my coffee. So it's not a goal to get up and make coffee. It's it's a treat. I wake up and I get a nice little treat. I think humans are a lot more like dogs than a lot of people can realize. I think most people live for treats. I think we all live for treats, the same way that dogs live for a little treat every now and then. You go to work. Why do you go to work? You get that money. That's your little treat there. That makes it worth it a bit. And what do you do with that money? Well, you buy yourself a treat. Obviously, you buy yourself some Skittles. What else do you do with money? Buy yourself some Skittles, buy yourself some games, treats, all treats. If there was no treats in life, what would be the point of living? That's why you have to really give yourself some. And I understand that sometimes it can be hard to enjoy the treat. Sometimes it feels like no treats will make you happy. But I promise you, you'll find something. Just really try everything. Like, if you're really depressed, just like a cookie. And that might sound stupid. I'm not saying that a cookie can heal your depression, but it can give you something small to look forward to. In the meantime, while you build up bigger things to look forward to. So a cookie, be like, oh, around this time in the day, when it gets to 2 p.m., I'll get a cookie. So then I'll give you a reason to make it to 2 p.m. And then when I get to 5 p.m., we do another thing that I like. And then I'll give you a reason to get to 5 p.m. You know? See what I mean? So, obviously, my day has these. The first one being coffee. And my coffee game is elevated. I am realizing how bad I am at talking right now. I just went off track for like 5 minutes there. So, how is my coffee game elevated? Since I usually have black coffee, so I was staying with my girlfriend's for a bit, and she has her coffee differently to how I do it. So I would have it full black, right? She pours in about 60% milk in her coffee and like a bit of water. Then she puts in 2 pumps of like this caramel like coffee syrup. And obviously I was at her house and I was just having black coffee, but we sat down and I was like, because I do everything with her. Okay, I do everything to an extent with her. So every single time we go out to eat, every single time we order food in, I'll have to have a bite of everything that she's having, just so we can share that experience together. So I was like, can I have a sip of the coffee? Because why not? It's one sip. And yeah, sure. Of course she said sure. She's so lovely. I had the sip of coffee, and it's really good. But my issue with her coffee is it doesn't taste too much like coffee. I love that coffee flavor. I love that bitterness that it gives. So I think she put in a bit too much milk because then at some point it kind of just tastes like milk with a bit of caramel in it. But I did love the caramel part. So when I got home, I decided to ask my mum for some sugar-free caramel syrup. Sugar-free specifically because Not to go too into detail, but I'll just say like I'm watching my weight a bit, and I am a bit health conscious, maybe too much, and the regular caramel has so much sugar in it, it's a bit ridiculous, and I ordered. Okay, sorry to get back off track, but when I was with my girlfriend, I ordered a coffee from some coffee shop, and one of the options was, do you want a shot of sugar-free caramel in it? And I said, sure. I tasted it. Tasted the exact same as like caramel with full sugar. So that's mostly the reason why I asked for sugar-free caramel, because it's less sugar, no sugar, and it tastes the exact same. So I asked her it, and I got to put it in my coffee, and that's what I've been doing recently. I've been putting in a tiny, tiny splash of milk, and I mean tiny, like it's basically I put in enough for it to change the color of it, but not enough for it to fill the level of the coffee. So if the coffee's up to this level in the mug, if I put the milk in and it changes the level to go up, then I put in too much milk. I just do a little splash so it stays at the same height, but it changes color, if that makes sense. So I put in the caramel, and I put in a bit of stevia, which is artificial sweetener that makes poop a lot. And that's my coffee, and it's just bitter enough for it to taste like coffee, just enough caramel in it for it to taste quite sweet and like a treat, and just enough milk in it to make it slightly less watery. So that's how I make my coffee at the moment, and the type of coffee is just like Americano, instant kind of coffee, But hey, I'm so used to that. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm not really one for harsh coffee. I had these like Nescafe like coffee pods this one time, and they're really expensive, but they all just taste the exact same. So not really big on those. We don't really have a coffee maker in this house anyway. Can you tell how tired I am? I have a really weird facial structure. Like my cheekbones, they kind of stick out a lot. And I got a jawline. Yeah. I think my face is kind of like clocky, to be honest. And here's the thing, okay? I get a lot of comments. I get a lot of people telling me that I'm pretty. Which, by the way, thank you so much. I before I made this channel, no one ever said that to me. Maybe like less than 10 people ever had called me pretty or anything nice. And that's not me lying. Like I just didn't hang around people that. Well, I just didn't hang around people. So I obviously wasn't gonna hang around people that gave a lot of compliments a lot because I just didn't talk to anyone. Um, so a lot of people say that. A lot of people call me pretty now on the internet, but I still don't know if I pass because obviously I'm a trans woman. But in public, having been back in modern society for the last months, no one's ever called me he, but no one's ever called me she either, and no one's ever done anything to make me feel like a woman. So I don't know if I pass because I haven't been misgendered. I just haven't been gendered. So how can I know if I pass? And it's not like anybody on the internet has told me, hey, you passed. Because it's a bunch of people that say, hey, you look pretty. Not, hey, you look like a girl. And there's been more people on the internet that have said, you look like a boy, than you look like a girl. Which is pretty demoralizing. You know. But regardless, we live on. And am I too bothered about passing? Yeah. I don't want to lie to you and say that I'm not. There's a lot of trans girls that don't really care, and that's completely fine. And I only care about passing because of where I live. I don't live in the most violent area, but even though it's not the most violent area, it is still England. And England still filled up with a bunch of people that don't really know anything about trans people. A lot of idiots, a lot of Tories and stuff. So that's why I want to pass. I don't want to pass for myself. I want to pass because of other people, and I think that's a bit sad. And I wish I could just care more about what I want and not what other people want. But it's true because it's a matter of being hate crimes and not being hate crimes, if I pass or not. In a world where people were nicer and trans people weren't so not well represented, then I wouldn't care about passing because it doesn't actually matter to me. I don't care that much if I look a bit masculine. I think being masculine to an extent, having that fluidity in your gender is a good thing. And I think it's really nice. Like I wear quite boy clothes a lot. Rarely I'll come on here wearing like feminine clothes. Like I came on here like wearing a suit once, and this is just like a very androgynous fit, which is part of the reason why I don't get gendered very often, because all of the outfits I wear are quite androgynous. And with my look, like my hair, super long, bangs, eyeliner, painted nails, I think that the combination of those feminine things mixed with my black jeans and black hoodie can just lead people to be a bit confused. And that would be a lot better than people thinking I look like a boy and just not saying anything. So I'll take it. Um, I'm not really too caring about my appearance much anymore. I mean, I like being pretty. There's some days where I do actually feel really pretty. Like today, in the morning, after I did my eye makeup, well, I did a really good job. I'm happy with this. But other days, I'll wake up and it's a matter of feeling like shit and feeling ugly from the moment I wake up. Not even like when I look in the mirror. It's a feeling in my stomach that I get. Like, oh, I'm not what I want to be, and the rest of the day I'm gonna feel like that. But that's okay because I have days like this where I feel a bit better about myself. In this current moment, I really don't. I'm quite upset about a lot of things. I've said that a lot, but. So, if you haven't noticed, I just went off topic for 10 minutes. I was talking about what I do in a day, and I'll go back to that right now. Kind of weird how I can just pick back up on things there. So I guess it doesn't really matter if I go off topic here. Because nobody's gonna watch this anyway, let's be real. Actually be real. I think most people that have got to this point have just started toggling out everything that I say, just going through their head. Which I don't mind. I really don't care if people listen to everything I have to say. Listen, treat these videos how you want to treat them. So, after I make that coffee, which is the first little treat I have in the day, I will probably sit down at my computer, scroll Twitter, look at YouTube videos, text some people, and I'll do that for maybe an hour while I drink my coffee. It's a nice routine. Super simple, but it's a nice, sustainable morning routine. Wake up, make coffee, scroll the internet. I can do that every single day for the rest of my life. And once I've done that, once I've finished my coffee, there's a few things I can do. But more recently, I have structured it a lot better, and it's I'm probably going to be doing this for the rest of my life. I will put on my shoes, I will put on some clothes, and I will go outside. No, actually, I'll do my makeup first. Before I go for a walk, I put my makeup on. Which, if you are looking for a makeup tutorial, I very simply just do my eyeliner and nothing else. I'm not really sure what else I can do to my face. Maybe if I get some like blush, maybe eyeshadow, foundation. But very simply, I just do some eyeliner, my eyes. And then that's it. That's my makeup done. Sometimes I'll put some mascara on, but because my hair, it doesn't really make a difference because my hair is covering my lashes anyway. Then I'll go out for a walk after that, and there's a nice little public footpath near me. It's okay. It's it's kind of scenic. It's by the ocean that I get to look upon, which is nice. But there isn't that much trees, and that's annoying to me because my favorite part about that walk is just being able to look at the trees and feeling like I'm in a forest. You know what I mean? Um, so I'll walk around for maybe like an hour or something. Then I'll sit down, find a spot, smoke a cigarette, and then I'll be on my way back. Well, not really, honestly. I'll stay sitting. I'll be walking. I'll be moving for about an hour to an hour and a half. Then I'll find a spot by the water where I can sit down and be comfy. And then I'll go on my phone and I'll just listen to music and just look at the view for a good 30 minutes or just until I get bored, really. So, when I'm done doing that, I'll get up and I'll walk my way back home. Actually, one of two things. I'll either walk my way back home, or recently I've been doing some shopping. So I'll go to Sainsbury's, and if I need to pick up, stock up on a few things, I'll go there and I'll just pick that up. Then I'll go home. I've been thinking about going to a local coffee shop, like a family-owned coffee shop in that area, but I'm a bit nervous when it comes to offering coffee. Like I said, um, I've been anxious for a long time, and I'm better now, but I'm still not all the way there. Ordering food or any product like that in person, any interaction with um, workers like that, I still panic about. Like when I go to Sainsbury's and I do my shopping, I use a self-checkout machine. I don't have to talk to the worker because that is the scariest thing to me, genuinely. Because I just don't know. If there's one thing I'm bad at, it's small talk. Why? What happened to my hair? Okay, there we go. Good enough. So I just can't do small talk, but I've been thinking about going to that being my next hurdle to overcome. I think would just be ordering a coffee in person. So I'll get my groceries and I'll go back home. So now the time of the day will be around 4 p.m. ish. It'll be about 4 p.m., 3 p.m. Then when I get back home, I make another coffee. Then I get back on the computer, type away. Maybe I'll make something to eat. It really depends on just if I'm feeling sad or not. If I come back and I'm feeling a bit melancholic, I won't make anything to eat. If I come back and I'm in a happy mood, I might cook something small. Sadly, as a chef, my ability to cook isn't that broad. The kind of stuff I can cook, it's usually just going to be something with a salad or, just something really easy and usually not that big because I don't like food that takes too long to cook. Um, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if many people do, honestly. Once I've done that, I'll head up to my room, drink my coffee, go back on the internet, scroll for a bit. Then at this time, I'll think about, do I want to play a video game? And at the moment, every single time it's been no. But if I do want to play a video game, I'll just start doing that. Uh, or I'll hop in a call with my friends, or I will lay in bed for another hour until dinner's ready. Then, after wasting time for 2 hours, I will eat dinner at around 8 p.m., 9 p.m. usually. Then once I've eaten dinner, then maybe I'll talk to my mum for like 30 minutes, maybe an hour. So then now it's like 10 p.m. or something. Uh, I'll go back into my room, and this is the part of the day where I'm not really satisfied with I'm doing. Because really it's not like 10 p.m., it's more like 8 p.m. at this time. And I go to bed at like 1. So I've still got like 5 hours left of the day. And at this time I will think about what I want to do for a couple hours. I'll lay in bed, I'll wait for a bit, see if there's anything I want to do. Then, it's 12 p.m. Then the day's over. Then I've just spent the last 5 hours of my day thinking about what I want to do, but not actually doing it. And I hope sometime in my life won't be like that. That is terrible. So usually for the last couple hours of the day when I'm in bed on my phone, I will usually be filled with a feeling of sadness and disappointment in myself. But I'll always be thinking, tomorrow I'm going to do it differently. And do I ever do it differently? No. Every single day is the exact same. There's been some change, but the feeling of dissatisfaction with how I spent the day, I've had for like 5 years, and I don't know what to do. Because I'm not in a state where I can just pick up a new hobby at the moment, and I haven't been for a while. I don't really enjoy much. Things like video games, I'll enjoy for like 20 minutes, and I promise it's not like, whenever I tell people about my issue with not enjoying video games, I'll get told a lot that, oh, it's because you're playing the same 3 video games, or you're just playing like Fortnite or the same genres all the time. That's just not true. It's a feeling in my head that I cannot enjoy it. It's not like I'll sit down and be like, oh, this game sucks. It's like so slow. It's so this, it's that. I'll sit down and I'll play the most perfectly constructed game of my life, and I'll have no flaws against it. But there'll be something in my head that's telling me you're not having fun and you're bored as shit. Like I played Amori recently, and I'm telling you right now, that was one of the best games I've played in my entire life, and I love it to bits. But while I was playing it, did I have fun? I don't think I did. I don't think I had fun playing Amori. But I know for a fact I wouldn't play it again and go for like different endings or anything. I'm just I just finished it because I had nothing else to do. Because I had so much time left of the day, and I was like, well, I can just finish Amori. And I did, and it was the best. It was one of the best games I've ever played, but I don't know if I actually had fun playing it, and that's really sad. Because I want to enjoy things, and what's the point in life if you don't enjoy things? So that's the issue I'm having with life at the moment. Filling up those last hours. First, start of the day, sorted, make coffee, go for a walk, and then remaining hours, nothing. There's nothing I can fill it up with, and I just wish I had some kind of passion like so many people do. I wish I liked making music. I wish I liked playing video games. There are some things that I am truly passionate about. I love listening to music. I love listening to music, but can I sit down for like 6 hours, put my headphones on, and just stare at the ceiling listening to music? No. I do. I listen to the music on my. I listen to music on the walks I go on. I can't listen to it so much to the point where it is taking up parts of my day. So it every day I feel like I wasted a day. I'm sorry if this is a bit sad. I'm not looking for like sympathy because I've my life has improved by leaps and bounds, and things have changed a lot. And I'm happy to say that sometimes I do feel happy. Sometimes I think I genuinely feel happy. That wasn't really something I felt for a long time. I was kind of stuck in this blur of feeling the exact same emotion every single hour, every single day, forever. And I felt like it was going to stay like that forever. But no, you know, I'm here. And these mini things that I can keep myself distracted by, these little treats. Wake up, coffee, these treats. I've got bigger ones that I can look forward to now. Like tomorrow, or on Sunday, I mean, my treat will be getting to visit my girlfriend and have fun in London for a day. Then after that, my treat will be going to a concert. Then after that, going to another concert. And after that, going to another concert. Then like my I'm like celebrating my birthday. And then getting to see people more often. And when I say it out loud, it's like, what the fuck am I sad about? So I'm glad I talked about this because sometimes I just have to talk about what I'm sad about out loud, and then I realize I've got shit to like live for. Why am I sad right now? I should be sad when I'm done with everything. But if I just keep fitting my schedule with treats, then that little feeling of sadness, it won't come back, I don't think. And I think I can just live like this, waiting for my next treat. So that's all I have to say. I thank you all so much for being here with me. You actually, this making this channel and the reception I've gotten from it has affected my life very positively. And I thank every single person that subscribed to me. Thank every single person that watched any of my videos or left a nice comment. The nice comments especially, man, they make my day. Um, so I just want to say thank you so much. And I will probably upload this, and I don't really care about if I did get too personal or if I was all over the place, because remember I'm a bit high. So yeah, I'm sorry if this was really disjointed, but regardless, it's a video, and a video is a video. I've been Melanie. Goodbye, and I love you all so much.